Resistor color codes. So we're going to be building circuits, and to build circuits we use these little resistors. They're found in every electronic device. If you open up your computer, I don't recommend that, but you're going to see these little things and they have colored bands on them. And the colored bands tells us how big is that resistor. And we know a resistor is something that slows down the electron flow. So each color indicates something different. And there is a top and a bottom to this, because I know you're looking at this like, well, which one's the top, which one's the bottom? So where the color bands are closer together, that is the top. And then there's some gaps for the last two. So you have to find out, just look at it where they're really close together. We know that's the top. The top color tells us the first number of the size of the resistance. The second band tells us the second number of the size of the resistor. The third band tells us how many zeros to add on to that number. So I want to explain this to you. So it's a mnemonic sentence. So black beetles running on your grass brings very good weather. It's a simple phrase, just helps us remember the colors, because if I told you to remember black, brown, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, violet, gray, white, you're probably not going to be able to do it. But if we say this cool little poem, black beetles running on your grass brings very good weather, over and over again, and I guarantee you cohort A, who's in my class, will be saying this over and over and over again until I'm convinced they've got it memorized. So anyways, one more time. Black beetles running on your grass brings very good weather. We say that because the first letter indicates what color. So I know it's kind of confusing in the beginning because we have B and B, but we're starting with the word black. So B stands for black, and we just leave it black. So that's easy. B for beetle gives us brown. So it's a color that starts with B. R is the color red. O is the color orange. Y is the color yellow. G is the color green. B is for blue. V violet. G gray. W white. So we remember this, like black beetles running on your grass brings very good weather. The first letter represents a color. And then you just number the colors, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I want to do a couple examples to show you how you can look at this resistor and be able to determine the size. In our first example, I have a resistor where the first three colors are brown, black, brown. So we look up here at our chart. Brown is the second one, and it has the number 1. So when we start counting, you start 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So brown is the number 1, and you simply just write down another 1. Black. Black is the number 0, so you place a 0 down. Now this is the tricky one, the multiplier. So the third band is the multiplier. So brown is the number 1. That means we have 1 0. So you just write that down. So the size of this resistor, if it had the colors brown, black, brown, is 100 ohms. And that's it. So let's try another one. So what if we had brown, black, red, which is another common one that we use all the time. So brown is the number 1. Black, we already said, is a 0. And this is where the difference is. Red, when I look at red, red is the number 2. So our multiplier has 2 zeros in it. So you write down 0, 0. So this time our resistor is 1,000. So it is 1,000 ohms. Let's try another one. Just going to move this up a little bit so you can see. All right, we're starting with red. We're starting with red. So red is the number 2. So what we do is we put down the number 2. Green will be the second color, the second band. Well, we got to go back up to our list. Find green. Green is the number 5. So we just simply write down 5. Our next color is orange. Well, again, look at your list. Orange is the number 3. That's our multiplier. That means we have 3 zeros. So when we come down here, you would write down 1, 2, 3. So the size of this resistor is actually 25,000. So 25,000 because we added 3 zeros. Our last example, our first color is green. So green is the number 5. So you just write down 5. Second one is blue. So we have to find blue. Blue is the number 6, so the second digit is a 6. Our multiplier is red, and we already realized red is 2. That means I have 2 zeros. So when I come over here, I put down 2 zeros. So we have 5600, so 5,600 ohms. That's our final answer.